What is up, my beautiful people? The Mapster is about ready to go on the 5 mile walk. Hey, Crab Rangoon, good to see you. I'll be checking in with you guys now and again. What is this money sign? Oh, I just hit. Oh, it suckered me into putting a StreamYard ad out, idiots. All right, guys. Let's talk Nancy Guthrie, Derek Colella, um, all of those freaks. Derek Colella, Kayla Day, Hubie, William Hubie, DJ Mojito, Secret Mutilator, all of them. Let's talk about it while we walk. And I hope this works. I'll see right now. I'll check on my iPad. It's dying. YouTube. Mapster. Come on, man. View channel. Come on, man. All right. We're good. Let me close this. All right. We're good. All right, you guys. Let's go. Hey, kitty. Don't be ripping around like that. I'm going to get you. 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 Come here. Come here. Hey, little JoJo. All right. We'll see you later. I'll be back in an hour and a half. Oh, Amazon. Flea medication for the kitty. All right. Here we go. Try to get an hour and a half this time. I want to see we're up on all of the shit that we've been discovering between Secret Mutilator, myself, Adam from Patriot Pride, and 1111 True Crime. She did a lot. In fact, I stole her thumbnail, so go sub her up. I mean, I didn't steal her thumbnail. I stole her chart, map, whatever. I gave it to Jay. So it's going to pop up in about an hour and a half. No, 2 hours. No, an hour and a half. It'll show up on Guilty of Crime, I'm sure. Jay and I are in contact now by phone. Well, I haven't called her yet, but I got her phone number. So she's going to be helping me kick my channel off with like intro videos, outro videos, backgrounds, green screens, all that crap. I already have a neon sign that says MAB investigates. So that's cool. Everybody's weed whacking. We got the rain and now we got the sun. I bought 7 heads for my weed whacker, and I got them all filled up to do my property. I think I'm going to hire my friend up the street, Tarek Makudi from Morocco. I got to find my head. Undo typing. It just keeps saying that. I'm sure you guys can see. What the hell's going on with this? What's going on, Jenna? Jenna Burka. Holly Holcomb. How you guys doing? We're walking. We're talking. We're moving and a squawking. The Mapster is on the case. All right. So now I got Ghost Girl. Somebody sent me one person. Well, there's actually two people. I want to find out who the photographer is of Ghost Girl, Kiki. That who was, so if anybody you guys know or can sleuth who the photographer is for the modeling agency, whatever, Twisted Models or some shit. I can't remember the name of it. The modeling agency I showed you guys last time that Kayla and Kiki work with or for. Gosh. And also William Hubie and Kayla Day Hubie both work at the same tattoo shop in Tucson. So Derek Colella is Secret Mutilator. Secret Mutilator is part of the scene. They all have names that are satanic, right? I'm already needing to hit the soda already. Hold on. They all got names that are weird. Kinky Kiki, Kayla Dela, Luke Daly. So Luke is connected to Kayla, who's connected to all the BDSM crap hanging from her damn back skin, whirling around the damn air. That's some sick ass shit, if you ask me. I've seen shit in the last few days that I've never wanted to look at, but part of the story, right? Okay, here's the hill. I gotta start pumping this. I gotta start pumping. We'll see if I can talk and pump up this 1.7 mile hill at the same time. Here we go. I skipped yesterday because it was too hot. It was like 80 degrees. And I was tired as hell. I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning. Time changed. I went to bed at like 1, woke up at 5. Didn't have much sleep. Went over to my buddy's house yesterday. Got him set up. He's going to come and help me redo my front yard and backyard and build some fences and hang some gates and shit like that. I got a lot of work to do on properties, and between YouTube and property maintenance, it's a lot already. Doesn't leave much time for kicking back. And when I'm kicking back, it's usually over on Dolly's panel. So I think I got him all caught up last night on the whole deal. I sent him the flow chart and everything. So us little YouTubers are getting the big YouTubers informed. Sheesh. Feel like I'm out of breath already, and I just started. Yeah, Sleuth Intuition, Monk's Intrigue, 1111 True Crime, and me and Adam. That's about the only people who have caught on to this shit. Hopefully, people like Jay is going to get it today, and hopefully she digs something up. And if she doesn't, I'll send her Ghost Girl, because I just looked at that email right before I left. Thanks for whoever sent that. Thanks for whoever sent that to me. To concentrate on breathing here for a second. So we know that Einstein is still alive. If you do the correct research on that, you'll see that one of the guards of Epstein actually wrote in a text or a post or something, a secret van pulled up in the middle of the night and did not go through proper protocols or anything. He thinks they switched him out, which they did, because Epstein does not have a prostate, right? He got it removed. But his body double that was dead in his autopsy, he did have a prostate. So we know it's not Epstein that was dead. And it was not Epstein autopsy. So you got that. Then you got Ghislaine Maxwell, who has been switched out. If you know anything about that, you'll see that her latest testimony, a different woman than was in jail before. So they're both out. They're both free. I think Trump's bunker busters on Epstein Island and just wipe the whole place out. Then we can be sure it was him. But my bet is that they are getting plastic surgery right about now. Changing their identities. I mean, we know Ghislaine, father, Mossad, right? And so is she. Now, so is he. And he was even on the council of the World Economic Forum, the WEFers, the mother WEFers, those mother WEFers who are the globalists. I got this whole thing figured out. But Trump is screwing up their deal. The head of the WEF, World Economic Forum, just stepped down because of his ties to Epstein. So Trump is blowing up the globalist agenda, which is good. A lot of people think he's captured by Israelis, but I don't believe it. Not yet, anyway. Iran needed to be taken out because they were a threat to the whole damn place. If Iran ever got a nuke, they definitely would have used it on everybody. So we had to have that taken care of, right? How's it going? One day off, I'm already out of shape. I used to have a boat like that when I was like 21, 22, no, 23. A red and white boat like that had a smaller cabin, but had a 35 horse on it. And I found an 80 horse motor for like $100, a Mercury. Pulled one of the spark plugs and it was closed. So they put the wrong plug in the motor, and that's why it was so cheap because it would never run because they put the wrong plugs in it. The right plug in it fired right up. So I put it on that boat. Damn, I could pull skiers and everything with that little thing. And it was an ocean going salmon fishing boat. Yeah, the guy that I bought it from, but I took it out in the ocean once. It was pretty scary, so I decided against it. Okay, let me just breathe for a minute. How are you guys doing today? Girl? kicked me out somehow. Find Nancy, FBI. Black screen and buffering. It's not the best. What's up, Jim? Mr. Michigan. What up? Think twice if you need help. Yeah, we're walking to Arizona. We'll be there in about 30 days. No, we're walking up this steep ass hill. And my phone, my fuck up here. Hands are sweaty. All right, looks good for now. Hey, let me get my sticks. Yeah, I was gonna take a drink. Ooh, nice wind. That helps. All right, looks good. I can see you from if I bend in the right direction. I can see you. Is this the bus coming back already? All right, I can make it to the top from here. It's all downhill. Cakewalk after that. Same bus. Most of the kids that go to Aroma's school are from out of this area because Watsonville is not a good school. They got gangs and shit over there, so everybody wants to be in Aromas. So they fake their addresses and shit like that to get their kids into this district so that they could go to Aroma's school. My daughter went to private Christian school, Monte Vista Christian School, which is in Watsonville, kind of Corralitos area. I had to drive her and pick her up every day, but I worked in Watsonville, so it wasn't too bad. I'm almost there. Come on, man. Come on, you old fat son of a gun. You can do it. All right. We're almost there. So I want you guys to leave a comment after this video stating your opinion on what happened to Nancy Guthrie. Who done it? I don't think anybody's. I think Einstein set the whole thing up. Since he's a Satanist already, he was easy. Satanists in Tucson were easy pickings. He got them to do it. He never even paid him. So we'll see what happens. But if I turn out to be right, somebody owes me an apology. I don't know who it is, but if you didn't do it, Luke, I apologize. If you didn't do it, Kalala, I apologize. But I don't apologize for you getting arrested for sending fake Bitcoin or a real Bitcoin request to Tomato and Annie. We're almost there. We can do it. Another 100 feet. I don't even need the sticks after this, but I can barely do it without them yet. I keep forgetting to look on Amazon. A pair of retractable walking sticks. All right. Okay. Whew. We made it. Ah, all downhill from here mostly. Ah, now I can catch my breath. Holy shit. 1.7 miles. That's about a mile hill. And then it's 0.7 probably to the end of this road where I go turn right on the dirt road. Whew. Ah, that was tougher than last time, it seems like. There's no way I could have done it yesterday. It was too hot and I was wiped out. I have to do this every day for like a week. You got to take at least one day off. Sometimes the adrenaline from working too hard will keep me up at night and make me wake up early in the morning. But today I slept like 11. But I didn't go to bed till like 2 or 3. I have a bunch of channels that I catch up on, but it's not true crime. It's all about Bigfoot and Iran and all that shit. But they do have now microwave weapons on the ships in the Middle East and the lasers for the drone swarm problem. So they no longer have to worry about swarms of drones because they've got it figured out. And until they can figure out a hardened drone, do all the R&D for a hardened drone that can withstand microwave attacks. The microwaves just fry every circuit. It causes an electromagnetic pulse that just fries everything. It fries the circuit board and it just drops right out of the sky. Done. I mean, the body and everything's okay, but you got to swap out the electronics inside. Now, if they put all that in a maybe lead foil, and they put lead foil around the whole thing, then they couldn't be dropped with the microwave weapon, but they could still be dropped with the laser. And that system is called Helios. I don't know what it stands for, probably high electronic IOS something. But it's a big ass laser. And I've seen the Israelis have come up with a new type of laser weapon where they use like 1,000 200 or 500 watt lasers, and they focus them using AI into one tight beam. And that bitch will fry anything. It only needs about 3 seconds on target. So ballistic missiles, drones, anything. And the only, if you have a good enough cooling system, you can fire continuously. But I think it's every 7 seconds you can fire, and it takes about 3 seconds on target. So you can fry a lot of drones with that, but you can't fry the whole swarm. That's why they came up with the microwave weapon. But we haven't seen the technology that we really have. I mean, in the 90s, I saw tech for the B-1B bomber, and it pushes out negative ions out of the front of the airframe, and it pumps out positive ions out the back. So it helps in propulsion and also helps with gravity. They have an Aurora aircraft now that basically is an anti-gravity weapon. And we have space lasers and space microwave satellites that can fry your ass from anywhere, as long as the satellite is over you. Like in the Paradise fires, I know damn well they were testing a laser because the guardrails up there on the highway were melted. No, yes. The bolts that bolted the wood, the guardrail, the bolts for the guardrail that bolted them to the wood that was in the ground melted. And the guardrail fell down, but the wood was still there because the bolts melted. And they melted, it's like in Maui, they melted everything that wasn't blue was fried, melted freaking aluminum puddles running down the street. You don't get that from a regular car fire. So MAB investigates all kinds of shit. Okay, here's a minor hill. I still got to come and pick up this trash that somebody dumped up here. Tirar basura es un crimen. Criminal. Multas hasta 10,000 dineros. Pendejos. You're not dumping in our area. We have a camera. You don't got surveillance. I don't see any cameras. But I could make out of a microwave oven, or a couple microwave ovens, old ones. I could make a handheld device that could fry drones. Like somebody flies over your house, you could fry that bitch. The handheld device plugged into the wall, or if you had enough batteries that gave you a short 110 volt, 120 volt burst, you could fry drones from, I don't know, 200 feet probably. I already invented the EMP device. Fry cars that are speeding down my front of my house, but Mrs. Mab won't let me build it. She's afraid somebody will get hurt. Horses. Horses and granite rock. I wonder where the horses are going. They're going to ride up here? I'd love to ride up here. When I had my horses, I never did ride up here, but I should have. I rode through town and up Carpinteria. And I rode, one time we had a Morgan who was really high strung, like an Arabian. And my ex old lady could not handle her own horse. I would ride her horses. She would ride my daughter's Mustang that I raised from a colt. I was taller than that horse when we first got him. Paid us $75 for him at an auction in Santa Clara County Fairgrounds. Brought him home, trained him up. He's still alive. My daughter's got pictures. In fact, I think I have pictures of him. Maybe I'll show you guys. There's so much stuff to cover on YouTube, right? You got to stay in one lane if you want to. The only reason I'm recording these walks is to fill you in on my thought process and also get watch time so I can be monetized. I'm almost very close to being there. I got like 800 hours to go or something like that. My sub count's growing pretty quick too. In the last month, I think I've got about 250 or 60 more subs. So I really started this channel to win Turtle Island, to be honest. I wanted to win Turtle Island so bad that I started the channel for that. And so I wasn't really taking it serious. And then when I won Turtle Island, it was like, okay, now what are you going to do? You won. You got what you wanted. Now what? Okay. Well, now I want to be successful. Excuse me. I just had like an acid reflux thing come up the back of my throat. Gross. Let me take a hit off this soda. My throat's burning. All right. Yeah. So as I walk along talking to myself, see, I talk to Jesus just like I talk to you guys. I said, Lord God, you just help me make it. Just walk in an hour and a half instead of 2 hours. Or if I lose something, Jesus Christ, would you please just help me find my sunglasses? That's how I found my sunglasses this morning because I lost them. Anyway, yeah, so now the goal is to become a successful YouTuber. Patriot Pride just started. They only had like, when I first saw his page, it was 200 subscribers. I started with 900 because of you all turtles from Dolly Vision. So I got a jump head start from that. And I got a couple Dolly Visions new people coming on too. But pretty soon, I always thought Dolly and I should do a podcast. Remember he said that Drop Dead podcast, Drop Dead series? No, that's don't. What was the name of it? Don't Fall Asleep Dead or Don't Wake Up Dead podcast he wanted to do. And I said, I'll do it if you want. I can make, let's watch my video and see if I got the right chemistry for it, whether I think me and Dolly kind of chilling on the same vibe, right? We could make a serious podcast, but it would have to be at the exact same time every day, like Redacted, like PBD, like Benny Johnson, all the big giant million subscriber podcasts. I think the trick is to keep it about an hour or less, because a lot of people don't want to watch 3 hours of stuff like the interview room. I'd like to watch it, but it's just too long for me to watch the whole thing. I have to put it on double speed and click through because they talk about stuff. I have 4 people on the panel, and it just takes them forever. They're all talking about the Wi-Fi jammer and whether it was a Wi-Fi jammer or a walkie-talkie or where, stuff that doesn't really advance the case forward. I think what we've been doing with uncovering all these connections can advance the case forward. Maybe the mainstream media will catch up. These useless YouTubers that aren't making any money like me and get the word out and get the case solved. I'm sure they got a lot more than they're telling us, but I can't imagine that the FBI hasn't figured out what I have figured out. But maybe I should call the FBI and show them what I got and see if they know about it. I don't know. You'd think they'd know about this shit, but Jennifer Coffindaffer and all these ex-FBI agents, they don't know. They're not talking about it. I guess they probably don't want to look like conspiracy theorists with the satanic cult theory, which sounds wild, but is real, right? So, I don't know. I still see you guys. Usually I haven't filmed. I don't think I've filmed walking alone on this walk yet. It's always with Mrs. Mab because I have somebody to talk to then, and she can watch the chat while she's walking. Tell me when it's screwed up. It's a good view here. It's all the way down to the strawberry fields over there, all the way over to up by the lake, San Luis Reservoir. It's in between here and the Central Valley. And it's this big ass lake. If anybody's been from the Bay Area over to I-5, and you're in the Bay Area, South Bay Area, you have to go through Pacheco Pass, which takes you to San Luis Reservoir and over to Bakersfield, where Donna Clark lives. And my brother lives in this. One of my brothers lives in the Central Valley because they couldn't afford a house here. Even then, my dad had to loan them a bunch of money. They never paid back. I bought my house, my own damn self, for $325,000. Probably worth about $750. The rent is probably $4,500 a month for that house. Oh, looks like somebody's got horses in that trailer right there. I just heard them whinnying. I had my horse trained so that I could, with a rope, I could get my horse to go with me seated in the truck. I'm sitting by the steering wheel with the door open. I could get my horse to walk all the way around to the back and get in the trailer, all based on natural horsemanship stuff. Another granite truck. Damn. Looks like a welding truck right there. Got the oxyacetylene tanks. It's got a generator for a MIG welder. Probably got pig capability. My new next door neighbor is trying to be a mobile welder. I can MIG and stick weld, but I just can't TIG weld yet. Once I get the TIG welding down, I could be a mobile welder. Got the dump truck for it. What are they doing with these horses in up here? Parking them, letting them sit in a trailer? Definitely horses in there. Oh, many. Only one horse and it's all saddled up already. Looks like somebody's going for a ride. But there's nobody in the truck. Hello? Czar. Saddled up horse in that trailer. Nobody around. You guys want to go for a ride? Take that bitch for a ride right now. Mab can ride a horse. I used to train horses. I want to get another one, but Mrs. Mab's like, they are kind of a sinkhole for money. But if you have a gigantic field, grass, like I do, the other property, you save a lot of money by not having to weed whack that shit and have a horse too. I like to get a good quarter horse or a Morgan. Morgans are like endurance horses. Could go like 50 miles on one of those things. If you pace it right. We have contests with endurance rides. And a friend of mine from the gym that I used to go to, when I was going to the gym, I played racquetball. He was an endurance rider. He had a Morgan horse. I used to talk shop with that guy about riding. My ex-wife wanted to be a. Here's what happened. She never had thought about a horse in her whole damn life. And she never even met her father. Her mother is a Mormon freak and stole her from her father when she was 3. And never let her visit. So when I got with her, I said, well, you never met your dad? That sucks. So I found him working at the railroad in Nebraska. So I got his number, gave it to her. Said, give him a call. It's your dad. Just called him up. And he was like, I've been wanting to see you forever. You got sisters, and a brother over here. Um, so we went to Nebraska to visit, and her dad is like a beer drinking, shotgun shooting, deer hunting dude, right? Alcoholic, pretty much. All those guys were. When we got back from there, all of a sudden she was Mrs. Cowboy, right? She wanted horses and all this crap. Like, all right, some nice guy. I bought a brand new dually, Ford dually pickup truck, and a brand new horse trailer, and got 2 horses, 3 horses. We ended up with 4, and she didn't even know how to ride. She could never get how to do it. One time we were at our friend's house. We were introducing our horses to his horses, and the guy's name was Wally. And me and him were like, okay, we just turn them loose in your pasture and we just let them figure it out right on their own. They'll kick each other or whatever, bite each other, whatever. They figure out the hierarchy real quick. But my ex-wife wanted to go in there and try to like help her horse or some shit. She ended up getting booted to the ground and stepped on by a horse. It's like, shit. What the hell's wrong with you? She was a nut. I'm so glad she went off the deep end on drugs because she was a nut. The only reason I stayed with her is because I promised my daughter I would never leave her, and I never did. But I paid the high price for that. I'll tell you. I do it all over though. I got an awesome daughter. And hopefully I'm gonna have an awesome grandchild one of these days if she ever gets her shit together and does it. I have to threaten to take her out of the will. She's gonna inherit my house and the other house. She'll be a millionaire instantly when I die, or when Jamie dies. Whoever dies first. I'm gonna live to like 100 probably. Her mother died in her 70s from Parkinson's, an old timer's disease. So I hope my wife doesn't have to go through that shit. I don't want to have to go through that, but I will if I have to, because make a covenant with someone, that means you don't break it, right? My word is everything. Right? So if I give you my word on something, I will do anything in my power to be good to my word, because that's everything to me. If you're not good for your word, you're nothing. I had a brother that was like a habitual liar. He would lie about shit that he didn't even need to lie about, right? Had so many lies that he couldn't even keep them straight. It's crazy. He was an alcoholic and ended up running on my wedding. Oh, God. Listen to this. On my wedding, with Mrs. Mab and I's wedding, my brother was in the wedding party, right? All 4 of my brothers and my sister. And Mrs. Mab doesn't have any relatives. She's only child, so it's all my family and her friends. But my brother apparently was started drinking the whole day. Thank God he made it to the wedding. But the night of my wedding, my mom was in town and my brothers and everything. They all went out to dinner, and my brother was drunk off his ass. And I guess my other brother, my older brother, almost had to kick his ass. He was being such an idiot. And he ended up smashing into a pole in Watsonville, like about 6 miles from here, and going to jail, DUI. And then he finally stopped drinking and started going to AA. And eventually he ran one of those recovery houses, where you got like 10 or 12 guys in one house, kind of a recovery center. Here's here's a guy on a horse. Looks like they're rounding up some cattle. How's it going? Good. Are you with the trailer up there? Okay. So I was wondering, I seen a horse in there, but nobody around. Gotcha. Are you guys moving these to a different pasture or something? Uh, got a nice bunch of calves this spring. All right, man, you take care. I miss riding. I used to have horses. There's your cowboy right there. These cows have broken out. Oh, I see the fence broken down over there. They got onto the wrong property, so they gotta somehow they'll probably take those two horses and they'll herd this whole bunch up the hill through another gate. Oh, see the shit coming out of that one? What he'll do is he'll look at the look at the calves. A bunch of nice looking calves. Look at that little baby one. Oh, look at the two little babies in the back. Number 37, number 40. Hey, puppy. Something hanging out of his mouth. I think I was born in the wrong time period. I should have been born in the 1700s. Oh, is that a bull humping that shit? I saw one jump on the other one. I didn't see a bull. I think I saw a bull. There's got to be a bull in there. Just don't have horns. He's just gonna hold him there for until his other guy gets up there with his horse, and then they'll herd him. They got him caught, but now they got to move him up to see that hill up there where the sand is way up there. That's where they're moving him to. They got to get him up on that hill where the other cows were. It's kind of nice, this little town, having like cowboys, cows, internet, you got modern stuff with the old time feel to it, right? Farmers, tractors. Way better than living in a city, concrete jungle. When I was 16, I moved to out of my own, up in the mountains. I traded weekend labor for my rent. and I worked full time at a metal fabrication company called R.H. Jones Fabrication. And I did metal work. Lived up there. It was nice. It was the very tallest part of the Santa Cruz Mountains. Look that up. It's called, what's that park called? State Park. Castle Rock State Park. Look that up, and then you look on Google Earth and you see a fire tower up there. That was on my property where I lived up there. And there was a air strip too. Going guy who Doug, who owned 137 acres next door to the 80 acres I was on. Well, this crazy lady, her brother inherited all this property. And the guy Doug was a pilot, so he was old time, so he had to let the airstrip overgrow, let it grow over. And when I was there, it was probably about this high of weeds and manzanita and stuff. But it could have been cleared back out. That was cool. I mean, the guy flew in and out of his house. There's some Hispanic workers. Hello, amigos.
Hola, how
Que
are you?
tengas un buen día.
Igualmente.
All right. Well, Mab knows how to talk to the boys. So I was trying to say it last night, but my mouth was hurting so bad I couldn't say it. Que tengas un buen día. That means have a nice day. And then whatever they said back, I don't know what the hell it means. Thank you. Whatever. You too. Que tengas la noche. And you guys have a good night, I believe. I think I'm going to start taking Spanish classes in with like one of those online deals. I mean, I was chatting in Spanish one time in somebody's chat because I had Google Translate on my phone, and then I would say something on my phone, translate to Spanish, copy, and I could paste it from my phone to my iPad into the chat. So it looked like I was like speaking Spanish, and I really wasn't. I was faking it. Fake it till you make it. You guys still there? Yep. I wonder what time it is. I left 2-ish. So it should be right about 2:30 or 2:40 right now. I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Wait, it was 2:30. It's 2:30 when I left. So hopefully I can get back by 3:30. Take the dog on his walk and get back from that by 4 o'clock, so I can see what Jay's got going on. We got to do a collab. So I'll be talking to her soon about some collaboration. We should have collaborated on this case already, like last week. But I guess to get the big sub counts, you have to do shorts, a lot of shorts, right? and posts and your Facebook, right? I finally got a MAB Investigates Facebook group that I made, and a MAB Investigates Facebook, because the only reason I didn't want to dox myself, I'll probably end up doxing myself before too long, because if I show you all my inventions, that'll dox myself. But I don't really care. That's not that big a deal. Certain people already know who I am, like Dolly, Tony, a couple other people. They had the big fire. They hit the soda. I remember the first day I did this, I started cramping up like crazy because I have to drink the whole thing. Otherwise, I'll cramp up, right? Sometimes, like when I'm working, like I was doing that septic tank stuff, sweating all day without stopping and drinking. I tend to, when I work, I tend to just keep working till the job's done. I don't stop, take breaks, drink stuff. I just work. But I got to change that because I don't get enough electrolytes. Ever since I got the high strength concentrated electrolytes put in my homemade sodas, now it works great. I'm supposed to use 15 drops, but I found like that wasn't enough for me. I had to use like 30 or 40 drops. I'm not really sweating now because I was sweating going up the hill, but now I'm fine. I'm not even breathing hard now. It was cool watching the Cowboys. I want to get, there's a place down the street from me that has a gate that goes all the way to 101. If anybody knows, Highway 101 all the way down to Los Angeles, um, well, usually you go to 5 and then take 5 down, but you can take Highway 1 down there. But it's pretty gnarly though, going through Big Sur. There's some big ass cliffs up there. I went to Lime Kiln State Park one time, which is on the Big Sur coast. And it was the best lingcod fishing I had ever seen. But beach was really steep and the waves were really steep. So getting out there is fine, right? But coming back in was not fine. So you have to have everything tethered. Because one time, before I knew what I was doing, I didn't have my shit tethered and I left out of Carmel and Stillwater Cove, which is where the clubhouse is for the golf course and everything, and Carmel, where they have the tournaments, U.S. Open, shit like that. But it was barely any waves at all in the morning when I left. And I went out fishing, caught a bunch of fish. And I was coming back in with a friend of mine that I was like showing how to do it, right? So we come back and the waves are huge coming in on the beach. And you try to time them. You got to try to time them perfectly, right? Because they're rolling in and breaking right behind you or right in front of you. And if you don't catch it just right and ride the wave with the kayak and you steer with the kayak perfectly, it'll roll your ass and your kayak, and you'll just be tumbling in freaking sand and like a dishwasher, which is what happened to me. Lost my fishing pole. The only thing I lost was my fishing pole because I didn't have it tethered, but all my other shit was good because I have a watertight compartment in my kayak for like my phone and my wallet, and shit, keys. So I was able to. If I wouldn't have had that compartment and I had all that shit in my pockets, I would have been through. You have to wear a wetsuit, otherwise, you dump your kayak and you can't get back in it. You only last about an hour, maybe, out there, and then you die from hypothermia. One time I went kayaking, or no, it was a canoe. We went up to North Shore, Tahoe, because one of my best friend's girlfriend moved up there with another friend of mine's daughter. Anyway, it's part of our crew. So we went up there to party with them. And her brother and I rented a canoe. And we were canoeing around because the water in Lake Tahoe is perfectly clear. You could see hundreds of feet in there. He was looking, um, anyway, we were going back to the canoe place. Instead of following the shore all the way, there's a bay right there. We decided we were just going to go straight across it, save time. About in the middle, he's looking over the edge. And I said, dude, quit fucking doing that. You're going to dump us. And he kept looking over the edge, dumped the fucking canoe. And as soon as I hit the water, I said, dude, you're on your own. And I just started swimming on my back for shore because I knew how to do it, right? Because I've been swimming since I was like 12. Well, he's wearing these big ass baggy shorts and he's trying to swim on his, his pockets are filling full of water and he's like struggling. He can't make it. But I can't stop and help him because I will die if I stop. So I stayed on my back and kept paddling with the waves as it got windy. And I made it to where I could stand up. And then he got close enough. I went out and got him to the shore, but he couldn't walk. I couldn't even walk. But he was so hypothermic that his balls got sucked all the way up into his body. Like they disappeared. I didn't even know that was possible. So the ambulance came and got him. And they were like, you need any help? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I had a layer of fat, a pretty good layer of muscle and fat, pretty good layer of fat. But I wasn't fat, but I wasn't skinny like this dude. And I was stronger swimmer. He would have died, right? If I wouldn't have saved his ass. think we used to call him the Terminator after that. Terminator. Happy hour. Maybe I'll take you guys to a little park. Am I still good? Yep. Okay, here's this little hill. Gotta start using my sticks again until I get home and see my car. Hopefully it's like 3:30 when we get back, but I don't know. I may have stopped, screwed around for too long. Got to get started on my landscaping like this week. I'm going to have to buy a bunch of base rock and 1/4 inch steel mesh. This time, I ain't letting the gophers ruin my fucking paver job. My back porch, I did the proper way, and no gopher's ever been in that, and that's been 20 years. But front was a little wet still when they put the front in. My tractor sunk a little bit in the front by the porch. So that's been screwed up the whole time. And I told my brother was helping me because he was kind of trying to get clean. So I had him working for me. And I said, just dig this out about 2 feet deep before I plant shit next to the retaining wall. He dug it like 4 feet deep, undermined the whole wall. This is the dirt I got to come and get for this lady. Anyway, he undermined my whole wall. The wall now needs to be redone. So a lot of work to do. Using my RAV4 to be sick. The baby's fast. How's it going? Good. So, how much deeper can we go with Nancy Guthrie and the satanic cult? We shall see. Probably go live tonight at like 7 or 8, probably. Look at this big old tree. 2 redwoods growing right next to each other. If that bitch ever falls on my house, it's gonna crush it. That orange tree, 24/7 oranges. 365. They smell amazing, these blooms. And there's our redwood. I don't know how tall that is, but that shit clogs my gutters every year. Oh, I got a notification. There's somebody in my front door. Hey, puppy. Shit, it's 4 o'clock already. Took me too long. 3:30, 2:30, 3:34, an hour and a half. Well, it's about what I figured. All right, you guys. I am gonna go. New member from Turtle Island watching from West Virginia. Hey, sweet. I'll have ginger. I am the real ginger, a real ginger. I think I've seen you before. Hey, Tracy. Kentucky. Sweet, new member, new sub. Mrs. Mab is working till sometimes she gets off at 4 o'clock, sometimes she gets off at 5 o'clock. Depends on the day. Old standby. I don't know, old Sandy. Standby, wherever the hell it is. I wonder if I can add myself on my computer. Ugh. Ah. StreamYard. Home. Live. Enter studio. Hold on. Sorry about that. All right. Let me exit that. Oh. How do I get out of the stream? Let's see. Oh, I'm back. Why did you almost unsubscribe from Dolly Vision Live last night? I just know how to cuss people around the Spanish. Me too. Turtle Island. Cool. I love new members, new subs. How many do I got now? I wonder. I think I got. Let me see. Have. Oh wow. Um. I have some new subscribers. 1,833 subscribers. I have plus 322 in the last 28 days. That's awesome. We're going to hit 2 grand pretty quick. That's what I'm shooting for. Sweet. Yeah, it's nice. We're going to hit 2K pretty quick. And then it's sky is the limit. Let's kick my other guy from the studio. How do you kick from studio? Doesn't say. Huh. Anyway, I'm going to shower off all this sweat. Now that I stopped, I'm covered in sweat now. I wasn't sweating until I got in the house. Now I'm drenched. So I'll see you guys tonight on the Nancy Guthrie case again. All right, you guys. Nobody else loves you. The Mapster loves you. Peace.